You might have noticed that Macmillan is changing. The teams we work in, the work we do, and maybe even where we work. The changes might feel a little confusing and unclear right now, but it's part of a long-term plan to help us meet the needs of people living with cancer in the UK. The exciting thing is we know how we're going to do this, through our strategy that involves every team in the organisation to make it work. But we face some challenges that could stop us from being successful if we don't act. Outside Macmillan, things like funding cuts, staff shortages in the NHS and low morale are deepening the health and social care crisis. Austerity and financial uncertainty mean people are less likely to donate their money and are looking to give in new ways. At the same time, people's expectations of organisations have changed and the bar has been set much higher. People want to know who they're speaking to, and they want us to know who they are. They want to feel like an important individual and that we really care about them. All of this means we need to focus our time and resources on helping the people that need us the most, when they need us the most, and in a way that's right for them. And that's what our strategy sets out to do. We have a strong starting point. We've earned people's trust, built great relationships with communities, with the NHS, and with governments. But we need to make changes if we want to achieve our ambition to help all 2.5 million people living with cancer in the UK. At the moment, inside Macmillan, the way we work and how we're set up can be challenging at times. We hear that in feedback from things like the MyView and Pulse surveys and the workshops we've been running to help find the problems to solve. You've told us that you often find it hard to know who's responsible and accountable for what. That it's difficult to know who's working on what, and that can mean more than one team are working on similar things. You pointed out inconsistencies in the way we work together and the rules that we have to follow, even with simple things like who can work from home. You said sometimes it can feel like the world revolves around London, and that means you have to work harder to stay in the loop. And it all means that it can take a long time to get things done. The long and the short of it is that there are problems that are stopping you from doing your best and feeling as great as you should about your work. Problems that also stop us from delivering our strategy and making sure people with cancer are living life as fully as they can. The changes that we're going to make through the Integrated People Plan will help us to solve some of these problems. It will help us to work in a more joined-up way, with stronger links between the people delivering the services and those making the strategies, so we can all share our knowledge and insight. It will help to create clear, simple and standardised processes that everyone uses. It will help to improve the way we keep an eye on our performance so we can be guided by data and analytics. It will help us to know when to be perfectionists and when we just need to get things done to see if they work. And it will empower us all to take ownership of our work and push our ideas forward so we can be proud of what we do. These changes won't happen overnight, but over a number of years. Each part of the organisation will be looked at following the same fair and consistent process that involves the right people at the right time. We're going to continue to help everyone living with cancer. Every decision we make needs to be centred around the people we're here to serve. And that's the change that we're making.